Namaste, everybody. Welcome to this Disha Bharat talk. Very happy to talk to you all virtually. It's an incredible day, and hopefully, you all achieved a lot today. And let's sit back and get some pointers on a very important topic: social media and Indian youth. My name is Kiran Kumar. I'm an engineer by profession. I worked in various IT companies for a long time, and I keep doing that even now. And one of the first generation software engineer in India, and also one of the first ones to get to broadband and social media and other things. So over here, my aim is to cover some points, nothing extraordinary, everything that you might have already heard, but trying to package in such a way that your experience with social media will be more enriching and more fulfilling, because a lot of people spend time on social media, but they need to look back after every 6 months or 1 year to see, what have I done? Is this something that I want to do? So that question keeps coming. So let's get started. More than 10 years back, I used to go around and give some presentations to people during my free time. Whenever I don't have, a lot of work in the evening or maybe over a weekend, so I used to go and give some presentations. And I was explaining people with a slideshow. This is Facebook, this is Twitter, this is how you do it. Less than 5% of people in India had broadband at that time. And mobile phones were not that big. Smartphones were just getting into the market in a big number. Fast forward today to 2023. India is at the peak of everything you can think of in digital world. We have a beautiful saying, digital India. Obviously, as you can see, I'm wearing Disha Bharat also over here. So I'm trying to combine. India has tremendous availability of smartphones today. Great data rates, one of the lowest in the world. People use data like there is no tomorrow. There's so much of data. And people are enjoying social media. Disha Bharat, as the name suggests, is giving direction. Disha is all about direction. What kind of a direction as a society we are giving to the youth of India? For that, we need to understand the number of youth in India. I am not from the millennials. I'm not from the generation Z or Gen Zers, as people call it. But I know the numbers to some extent. People who are born between 1985 and 1980 to 1995, that millennial thing, approximately, that number is huge. It's more than the population of United States in India, almost. People who are born after 95 till about 2006, 2008, whatever is the age that is needed for social media, that number is also huge. So if you add up the millennials and the Gen Zers, that is almost half the population of India, or a little less than half, maybe about 45%. That's a tremendously huge number. If you compare to any other country in the world other than China, this number will make people go like, wow, we have that many young people who have access to smartphones, who have access to tabs, who have access to the greatest and the latest gadgets. What are they doing in social media? What are they doing? Let's go and see. More than almost the same number of people as the population of Uttar Pradesh, which is the most populated state in India. That many people are there in Instagram. Almost 22, 23 crore people. Almost 50% more than that are on Facebook, about 36 crores. That's the number that I saw last. And YouTube is even more. Add another 10 crores, add maybe another West Bengal to Uttar Pradesh to one more state, and about 46 crore people are there as a monthly user. At least once they go and watch a video. And then there's Twitter, then there's Telegram. You can talk about everything. I'm not even getting to WhatsApp. Almost everybody has a WhatsApp, right? Every phone number has a WhatsApp in India. What are they doing? What exactly is social media? Why is it attracting millions and millions of people day in and day out? It goes back to the data part that I talked about. A lot of countries, like I'm from a generation where we had to pay more than 16 rupees for making 1 minute phone call. 1 minute phone call, 16 rupees. That's when the great Indian genius of missed call started in 1990s. I don't want to spend 16 rupees, so I call you and then I hang up the phone. And then you will call me back and you will get 16 rupees a minute. I'm talking about a minute. And then we have all these telecom revolutions. We had fantastic opportunities. And today, India is a world leader in data. Just 200 rupees, or a little over 200 rupees, can get you an entire month with phone, unlimited messages and data to an extent where it is more than enough for most people. So what are they doing? They got Instagram, they got Facebook, they got Telegram, they got YouTube, they have everything. They are consuming the content. They're creating the content. They are amplifying the content. But what kind of content? Are we going in the right direction? Because social media is essentially a reflection of the society based on the surroundings that you have. It is just like normal world. If I go and every day circle myself with fitness people, the runners, the walkers, the cyclists, the hikers, the swimmers, I will think that India is a fantastic place where everybody runs, everybody walks, everybody is hiking, everybody eats well, and they're in great shape. They're going to the gym and doing all the biceps exercise, the chest exercise. But if I surround myself with people who don't do any of this, who are usually sitting, eating and drinking and the hookah bars and other things, then I think that India is mostly that. Everything depends on your surrounding. You have to surround yourself with the right people. That's what people call, in the generic terms, as ecosystem. It's an ecosystem. It's a chamber. Within an ecosystem, there are multiple chambers. You got to get to the right chamber. If you're on social media and if you're watching me about this, I'm sure you have interest in social media. That's why you're here. And I'm one of the first generation person from that. I've been in social media for decades. Even before all these Twitter and Facebook were even formed, I was already writing on social media websites. So what are you doing today? So let's not go too much into history. All I say is the first and the most important thing is, please ask yourself, am I surrounded by the right kind of people? Like, am I having the right kind of followers? Am I following the right kind of people? Because there's so many things that you can control. There are so many things that you cannot control. Like, you go to Twitter, who follows you, you can't control much. But who you follow, you can control. In Facebook, whom you engage with, you can control. In WhatsApp, what kind of groups that you can be on, you can control. So please, the first and the most important thing is, ask yourself a question. Why am I in social media? What is that I'm achieving? Because trust me, it is taking a lot of your time. You may say, no, it's only once in a while. No, you just add it up. There are tools. There is like Zen tool and others. Just install and see. Sometimes it will warn you. Hey, you spent too much time. Do you want to take a walk? You have to know why you are here. Some of you are very creative. Some of you might be students. Some of you are, just coming to social media for politics. You want to talk about politics and the country. And you want to talk about, Narendra Modi. You want to talk about Mamata Banerjee. You want to talk about somebody else. You want to talk about politics. It's your interest. Somebody comes there only to talk about movies. Hey, I saw this movie, that. Somebody comes over there for talking about business. Somebody comes there to see if there is any employment opportunity. Somebody is coming over there just to have some time pass, some comments that I'll leave and I'll make fun. Somebody is there as a genuine creator. All these influencers that you talk about, they're very talented and sometimes they're under high stress because they have to create content day after day. So you ask yourself, am I here for content? Am I absorbing content or am I giving content to people? Am I here just to amplify? Maybe you are there to say, okay, great writers, okay, they write good about politics. I'm going to just share it with my things. I'm not writing anything much. I'm just commenting on it or sharing. Or there are fantastic videos people are making. I enjoy and I give comments, I encourage them. Or there are things which I don't do. I'm more of a poem or a creative person. I come to give my creation. Or I'm a silent observer. I don't do any of them. I just observe. I don't share much. I just see and go back. There are, just like a society, when you meet somebody, when you call 50 people to a party, there will be 50 different kinds of people. So social media is like that. It is a group. It's in a virtual collection of your society. But the image that you form out of it, the benefit that you get out of it, or the danger that you get into it is totally dependent on you. If you feel you are in control, fantastic. So let me start with that part. So we talked about what is social media, what kind of tools, how many people are there, and there are some basics that I just talked about. I don't have to talk about how to post, how to create, how to retweet, or how to create reels and all. That's not my thing here, because you're the experts. You have done it. If you don't know, just ask somebody. They will teach you. But I'm here to give you some tips as a person who's in social media for a long time. I've touched all kinds of things, easy topics, fun topics, serious topics, data topics, and politics, current affairs, international, anything. I've touched upon those topics. Some of them I enjoyed, some of them I didn't. I'll tell you some tips based on what I have learned over the decades, and that'll probably help you. The first and the most important tip that I tell everybody, whichever political ideology you follow, whichever religion, whatever is your background, whichever language you speak, caste, I don't care. Always make sure that you are controlling your social media activity, not the other way. If your phone is controlling you, or if your tab is controlling you, your desktop is controlling you, your laptop is controlling you, there's a problem. So the first and the most important thing that I wanted to, as a part of this disha, as a direction for you, is please be in control of your social media. If you are one of those, I know there are a lot of you who are chuckling. You get up, even before your parents have taught you do the prayers for Lakshmi, Saraswati, and all. When you get up, even before they're doing anything, even before getting out of the bed, first thing you see is, hey, how many likes were there in that post? What was the engagement? Did she get more? Or did I get more of these likes? What is this? What kind of engagement? If you are one of those, constantly thinking about your yesterday's post when you get up first thing, or what is happening today, you need to work on it, because the first 1 hour of a morning is the most beneficial thing. That's when you're very creative. That's when you're having great energy. Go out, do something, see the sunlight, do something, make somebody happy, or make your body work. There's so much that you can do. The last thing you should do is get up in the morning and boom, boom, boom. Don't do that. First thing, keep it in control. And there are a lot of people who give you fantastic advices. 1 hour before going to bed, don't see phone. 2 hours before going, don't see. You can go to YouTube and watch fantastic videos on the best way for your health. I'm not here as a health therapist. All I'm saying is simple. You control your social media. If you are ready to post something, post it, enjoy, give yourself 30 minutes or 1 hour, whatever you want to do, go back, do something else. Eat well, exercise well, work well, learn something new, teach somebody, play with somebody, do something which a normal human being would do without getting addicted to social media. I spend a lot of time on social media, but I have control over it. It took me a lot of years to get control. Initially, even I was like that. I could not, even sometimes I even had midnight, I've gotten up and said, oh, what kind of reactions? What did I do? Why would we do that? If you are in that stage, that means you are doing it wrong. So please work on it. You control social media. If you want more tips, contact me offline or write to Disha Bharat. There are plenty of resources that we can provide. Control social media. Second thing is, ask yourself, the first thing that I started with, why am I here? Am I a creator? Am I an amplifier? Am I here just for fun? Am I here for a particular things? Am I here to find a new job? Am I here to make good contacts in my city? Am I here for, the eating things? Anything and everything that you want to do is possible. You can connect with anybody in the world. So social media has, unimaginable benefits. 20 years back, nobody could think of this. We have it. You have the generation which is enjoying. So make sure you are aware of what you are trying to do. Set yourself goals. In the next 6 months, it's not always about, okay, I'm going to get 500 more followers or I'm going to get 50,000 more followers. That is okay. But what am I doing? How do I do it? And why would people follow me? Why would people engage with me? Why would people watch the videos that I do? Why would people watch the memes that I'm doing? Why would people share this? Ask yourself, add value. The moment you add value to your social media activities, then automatically people will connect with you. Automatically. I have seen the follower counts jump. I've seen follower counts go down for people also. So that brings us to the next thing. Make once you are clear of why you are here in social media, and once you have control over your phone, you are not the slave of the phone, you are the master of the phone. Okay, so keep that in mind. Once you are at that stage, then you start think of yourself like, you are completely visible to the whole world. Your activities are visible. What you're posting is visible. You're trying to add value, but at the same time, the first thing is always safety. Before starting the vehicle, before going on a highway, first thing you should do is check the brakes and make sure everything is good, the brake is good, the tires are good. If you have to stop, even before you go in full speed, you need to know whether you can stop, whether you can control. The same thing is applicable in social media. A lot of people start into social media, they get excited, they write things, they post things, and they get into trouble. Don't do that. Anybody can get into trouble, but you should make a good attempt not to get into trouble. Just last week, I was watching in the TV, one young boy was posing for a video, maybe an Instagram reel, I don't know. And he just slipped his leg by a few inches. Boom, he's gone. 100 people were searching for him in the waterfall for 2 or 3 days. His family was devastated. Safety. And a lot of people said that, and a lot of these young kids go to waterfalls, go to beaches, go to top of the hills and try to do dangerous stunts just to get great likes and fantastic drone videos. Don't do that. At the end of the day, social media is just like your visit to a park. You might attract a lot of people. They might praise you. They might do, wow, you're doing great exercise, or you're dressed up well. All are great, but a week later, nobody will remember that much. The same thing with social media. Yeah, you might think, oh, I got 1 million likes, I got 1,000 likes, I got this, I got that. Yes, but it'll slowly go away. Your life is more important. Your safety is important. Your family is important. People make lots of mistakes. They put, a lot of private pictures online. Think about it. Do you want anybody sitting over there in any country of the world right now watch your children's pictures? Do you want it? Do you want people to watch your family intimate pictures that you're only going to share with your close groups? Do you want somebody to see the comment that you made in a state of fun? 2 days later, you might repent that comment. You might just don't like one shop and you created a video blasting that shop and saying, I will never do business. Don't do business with these people. Do you know what kind of risks you're taking? Do you don't like a politician and you say, oh, this politician is horrible, she's corrupt, he's like this, you use all the bad words. Do you know what kind of trouble you can get into? I'm not trying to scare you, but all I'm saying is, please be aware that social media has a lot of dangers. So safety first. Make sure that your life, your family, your job, your education, everything is good. If you are not abusing somebody, if you're not breaking the laws, you don't have to worry about it. Be yourself. You can even post with your real name, real pictures, real locations. No need to worry about it if you are not doing anything that will affect you. If you're having very strong opinions, you're talking things which could put you into trouble, then reconsider, go back and sit, and is it worth it? Because at the end of the day, you have to be on social media in 2025, 2030, 2035. You should be there for a long time and enjoying the new tools and the new technologies that come up. You never know. Tomorrow we have an NLP, the natural language processing social media. You will have hologram social media. Social media will evolve, and you will have, in the Internet of Things, in the 6G world, the opportunities are amazing. The best thing is know your boundaries. Ask your wife, your husband, your friend, your uncle, your sister, your brother, what other areas I should do? Am I, read my post and give me some comments. Ask your trusted ones. They'll tell you. My wife always gives me, such feedback. It's always helpful. You got to know whether you are doing the right thing or you're crossing the line, because you never know, you could be in trouble. So don't get into trouble. That's just a small part. Now get into the big things. What are the things you can do? You can make a person world famous in social media. We have seen things like some obscure village, somebody is working on, rejuvenating a lake which was dead. We make them famous. Somebody worked all their life just feeding the beggars. They're famous. Somebody is working on donating their money. Somebody who has nothing donates a lot of money. Good. Somebody who's working on treating their patients for 5 rupees. In this today's world, there is a doctor who treated for 5 rupees. You can make them famous. So you can make people famous. You can make your places famous. Remember, India has more than 6 lakh villages, 6.5 maybe. You might know 200 villages, you might know 500, but how do you know the 3,50,000 village? Maybe somebody is there, connect with them, learn more. Social media opens up, for me at least, it has opened up such a wide arena, such great opportunities and learning about people. I have made friends from more than 20 to 23 states so far. I've not been to a few states. I need to go make friends there. Virtually, I know, but in real life, I made friends from so many states. How did I do it? Social media. People did not know a lot about social media. Now, social media is such an extent that you can generate great opportunities. Nothing you don't have to like go and look for anything. People will automatically connect with you based on your choices, based on your tweets, based on your Facebook posts, based on your WhatsApp posts. People will know, oh, my bandwidth is matching with this girl, my bandwidth is matching with this man, this boy, this uncle, this aunt. People will connect with you. And there are lots of genuinely good people. I'm telling you, India has crores of genuinely good people. Don't be pessimistic. Don't be worried about that page 3 or the breaking news that comes. India on reality, on the ground, is far, far, far more positive than what you see on the news. So use social media to amplify the positive things. There are so many websites. Good News India was one of them that I used to watch long, long back. Now there are like Better India, this, that. You just go and spend some time. Again, go back to whatever I mentioned like 20, 25 minutes back, the chamber, the ecosystem. You surround yourself with positive people, then you would use social media very positively. But at the same time, be careful of whatever other things that I told you. You should control your interactions, most importantly, and you should control your safety around it. Always be safe and then go full speed and enjoy. At the same time, there are some other things. I'm not giving a lecture here on what you need to do, but I'm just giving you some tips based on my real life. Always be careful of people's privacy. Privacy is very important. I see a lot of young people making mistakes. They post some private WhatsApp chat on Facebook and say, hey, I give this, I did that. Don't do it. WhatsApp chats are supposed to be private. If I meet my relative and then we had a call, and then 2 hours later my relative has put all those things saying, hey, he's a loser, he had come to my home, he did this, I feel bad. I'll probably never open up with that person again. I'll never have a conversation at that level again. So have people's trust. Just like your safety, others people's safety and others' opinions and others' privacy also matters. So don't go around posting things around. If you're not sure, ask an expert. You don't have to go to a lawyer's level. Ask an expert. Ask somebody in your thing. Am I doing this proper? Am I doing that proper? And so on. Because people's privacy is very, very important. Okay. So be careful of people's privacy. Then what you can also do is you can also handle negative messages. Let's say you're from one state and then there is a constant negative messages going against your state. People don't know. They're like portraying your city or state in a negative way. You don't have to confront them head on saying, hey, you guys are this, you guys are that. Don't get into that. But you can take the core part. What is that they're really targeting? Are they targeting my language? Are they targeting my my city? Are they jealous of my city or jealous of my state? Are they jealous of our history? What is that they're targeting? And then try to portray your viewpoint, saying, hey, don't go to them directly. Sometimes it's okay to softly say, sometimes it's okay to start all of your own. And if you do the right way, it will reach. If somebody says, your state people don't know how to cook, hey, here are some of the great dishes from my state. here are the great things that we have done, and start, create a new channel over there, project some beautiful blogs or whatever you need to do. And eventually, initially you may get only 5 people like it, and then 50 people. But eventually, if you are consistent and if you keep on pursuing that, then it will be an amazing experience. You will enjoy what you're doing, and you will not return negativity with negativity. You will take the negativity and you will turn it into an opportunity to showcase your place, your country, your state, your political ideology, whatever you want to do. So keep that in mind. Then always start thinking about future, because future is also something very important. A lot of people lose sight of future. They think, oh, today I'm doing this, it's great. But India has a huge history. If I go down to some cities in the United States, usually the history means 150 years, 200 years, 300 years is a long history for any city. A lot of them don't have that. But in India, if I go around to any major historical place, 1,000 years is nothing in India. People talk about 1,500, 2,000 years. Some places have 6,000 years of continuous history. If I go to Varanasi, for example, 6,000 plus years of continuous recorded human civilization. Such places are very difficult to find in the Western Hemisphere for obvious reasons. You might find in only the older places of the world like India, China, and Europe and Middle East and all, but cherish it. You start thinking about your history and now start looking forward. Okay, so in 4G and 5G era like this, we are like this. What about 6G? What about 10G? How will the technology be tomorrow? How will our contemporary history be 100 years from now? What happens if India is the third largest economy in the world as early as this decade? If you are a 22-year-old today, before your 30th birthday, India could be the third largest economy in the world. It's incredibly important, because when I was of your age, India was not even in the top 15. Today it's already 5th. It's going to 4th. It will become 3rd. So what is it? Again, go back to the positivity that I took. Bring up the positivity. If you are passionate about dharma, look forward. How can I use social media for the next 5 years and do? I used to do something called as a dharma quiz, like 10 years, 12 years back. It was pretty popular. Now I don't have time. I don't do it. But if you want to do it, go ahead, do it. Nobody will stop you. Create quizzes. Engage with people. Bring the latest content from one tool and provide to other people, because some people may be only in Facebook. They may not know what's happening in Telegram or Instagram. Get the best content, share it. Of course, give credit to people. Don't ever steal just like that. Give credit, or at least mention where you've taken it from. Okay, I've taken it from Facebook. I say Facebook. I don't have to give Facebook this post, that person. But at least make sure that people understand that you're taken from there. You're sharing it only because you want to give more publicity to that. Do that. You can work on dharma. You can work on your language. Language is a very passionate, very heart-touching topic in India. People are very passionate about the language. Learn a new language. And there are tools today, social media tools, wherein you type in English, it will translate to 10 other languages in Hindi. I saw it in Koo. It's there. There are so many tools. You can post immediately in multiple languages. Use it. Use lots of timed devices. You don't have to post everything at once. You can feed it into one of the tools, and the tool will post at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 8 o'clock, and so on, so that you can be in an office meeting and it will post on your behalf. Use it. What I'm saying is automate stuff. Engage with other people. Take help from other people. And at the end of the day, make sure that wherever you started, whatever is your passion could be dharma, your passion could be politics, your passion could be movies, your passion could be business, your passion could be startups, your passion could be, some anthropology, something very specific, some genealogy, or you want to do some medical transcription. Anything which is very, very specialty, that's fine. Anything which is very general, sociology, some science, some mathematics, take it, work on it, make yourself be identified in the society as, hey, that person is a maths person. Oh, she's the poem girl. Oh, he, the movie expert. Oh, he, the one who gave presentations. Oh, that person who is a political expert. Oh, this person. Instead of, being sometimes people do bring a lot of negative energy, so try to keep away from them, because if you don't like my things, it's okay, you can keep away because it doesn't hurt me. At the end of the day, your space is your choice, you create your chamber. But always try to get a diversified view of the world by following diversified sources of information. It's very important. So please do that. And just to recap, you got to know that social media is massive. As I gave you the examples, the Instagram, more than 22, 23 crores, the Facebook, 36 crores, the WhatsApp, more than 45 crores, maybe 46. These are the numbers. These numbers are humongous. They're more than the populations of multiple countries in the world. When you have so many people, you find all sorts of people. You find good people, you find interesting people, you find energetic people, you find bad people, you find stalkers, you find criminals, you find everybody. Your safety is your job. So first create a safety net, make sure that you know your limits, then create a clear plan. Oh, I'm going to be on this for this purpose. I'm going to be on this for this purpose, because every hour that you spend is actually used. It's not a time waste, it's a time investment. Make it an investment. Make more friends. It's okay even if you make 100 new friends in the next 5 years, but those 100 friends should be good friends. 60, 70 of them should be giving you value to your life. Make friends. It's fine. And don't worry too much about age group. Oh, I'm 35 years old, so I should be having friends only in that. I don't want kids as my friends. I don't want 70-year-old people. No. I have made friends on social media from teenagers all the way to 80 plus people. So it's a wonderful experience. You will be so amazed to make friends from so many corners. I've been fooled also. Somebody was a man. He fooled me as a woman needing some, information, some help and others, and I wasted my time. And somebody else was asking for some, I'm in trouble, please help me. And then at the end of the day, that person was, having some problems. So I have been fooled. I have been misled. I've gotten myself into some areas where I didn't want. I had to get back. But the overall things, 90% of my friends that I've still kept from social media, which is thousands in numbers, are great friends. Every state that I can go, I can ask, hey, I'm coming to this place. Can I meet? There will always be some friends. I see that as an asset for myself. I see that as a blessing for myself, because the disha that we are talking about, the direction, my direction was always to make good contacts, good friends, engage with people from all political spectrum. I have a very strong opinion on one area, but I don't completely block out others, because you need to know what's happening in the world, just like a society. You got to know all religions, all castes, all languages. Try to interact with them. Try to learn from them. You may not have time to answer every comment, but at least make them understand that you're at least liking, you're engaging with. So make an engagement, create your safety, know your zones, make your engagement. But the most important thing, again and again, I tell you, have a futuristic mindset. Look into 5 years, look into 10 years, look into 50 years. What can India do? How can you be a part of it? And how can you utilize social media as a tool to get there? With that being said, I think I've talked a lot. I've explained a lot. If you have questions, please write to Disha Bharat, because the mode we are communicating today may not be that useful for instant questions, but I'll try to answer them on my social media feeds as much as possible. And I wish you all the best. Whatever may be your background, wherever you might be watching this, I wish you all the best, because at the end of the day, if we all become successful, India becomes successful. We are talking about Vishwa Guru and 5 trillion, 10 trillion, 20 trillion economy. For that, everybody has to pitch in. And social media is a great, great opportunity to aggregate the effort, to amplify the positive work, to curtail the negativity, and to bring up the country to its rightful place in the world. 18% of the world's population. In your lifetime, try to see if it can get 18% of the world's GDP. That's going to be your challenge. Today, it's 3 to 4%, somewhere between that. Get to 18%. Can we do it? Can we use social media for something as positive as that? Do it. With that being said, thank you very much. And I wish all of you very enjoyable, great next 5 years, next 10 years on social media, and hope to interact with a lot of you in person. Thank you. Namaste.